Beautiful. So let's spend maybe like the next 15 minutes, and if anyone feels called to share anything for the recording, this will be shared with Swaha and Athena and some other family members. Would love to have anyone who wants to share chime in.
Hi.
So so this isn't going to start till actually 7.
My husband, I just feel we had the blessing of meeting Ron. I've met Ron and Tison, who was then Devotion Under, at Mama Sharon's training. And then a year after that, we went and they were both on a beautiful journey through the Sacred Valley in Peru. So we were there with them then. And the most beautiful, absolute memory that stands out of my mind. We went to this amazing place where in the Sacred Valley of Peru, where a huge meteorite had landed many centuries before, and it had been on the Inca Trail. And I remember that morning, someone brought this incredible Incan chest piece, beautiful for a woman's chest piece, a traditional, real piece that was worn in wedding ceremonies. And there was a headpiece as well for the man. And Tison and Swaharon put them on. And we all had the opportunity when we went to this beautiful, beautiful site to gather something small, not take anything away. It might be a pebble or a leaf or a little stone, or we could take something with us. And we all walked down, the whole party of us walked down this pathway. Dr. Forrest, Mama Sharon couldn't walk, she'd hurt her hip, so she was in a wheelbarrow with some guys pushing her down. And Swaharon and Tison walked down in their Incan ceremonial wedding outfits. It was like we had back in time, and that this was really, it was just the energy of that ceremony was so amazing. And then we walked all the way down, and there was a special little area where we lay down a piece of cloth, and everyone came up and gave Tison and Swaharon a blessing and laid down their little gift, their stone or their crystal or their leaf. And this little pile of beautiful gifts sort of grew. And it was just, I think that they did a blessing for their connection, for their commitment to each other as part of the ritual. And the group of us that were supporting the blessing, it really felt that maybe we'd all been there at another time witnessing this beautiful connection of these two beautiful people. It just stands out in my memory so much, and every now and then it'll just come to my memory, that moment in time. And it just was filled with so much love, and the energy in the air was tangible, sparkly. It was sparkling. And the sense of deep connection with all of us in the group was something that I'll never, ever, ever forget. And I just feel so blessed to have been able to witness that love in such a sacred incredible place that will always be a memory very special and sacred for me, for us. Yeah, really, really, really beautiful. And I just, when I read about Tison's passing the other day, I had to just, my heart just goes out to Ron and the family, because I know and I felt that they had for each other and have and always will have on all levels. So just send so much love to all of you at this time. And even though we're way over here, we're with you. We're with you. Yeah. So just much love and blessings, and yeah.
Thank you for sharing. That was so beautiful. Thank you. Just saying hi. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Claire. So I had chills when you were sharing about the Incan wedding costumes, literally. Do you have any pictures?
We have pictures of that in the slideshow, and maybe
Oh.
we can tell them they're all going to get a copy of all the memorial slideshows.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but Shishi said that you guys will all get a copy of the memorial slideshow. So we'll send that all out to you. Is there anyone else that has feeling called to share?
I can say something.
Yes, please.
So it's very difficult for me to talk. I would rather just be, because I feel so much love in my heart for all of you and for Tison, for Divoja.
Sarah Jean, sure.
I just
Sarah
feel so much love for you and for Divoja. So I will try to talk, but it's very difficult for me to talk right now, because I just would like, I send her love and I send you love. And I remember when we met, it was so much joy. We shared many classes together, and we even went to see Amma together. And she was like, she had so much courage always, and she was really living her life fully. She was giving it all. When she was giving it all. And she was like, I can say, she was like emanating light and like leading light behind her and love behind her. I don't know what I can say, but when the classes we shared and the time we shared, it was before your wedding, because after, when you got married, Ron, with Divoja, I was mostly in Europe. I was mostly traveling in Europe, and I am back now in California. But it's interesting because last week, Thursday, Friday, you both of you came into my, it's like you came into my mind, and I was ready to send you this message of gratitude for all the times that we shared. You remember I sent you this message, Ron?
Yes.
And really, it's like her spirit came to me, and I was thinking of both of you with so much love and gratitude, for all the amazing time we shared. Also, at your house. You remember, Swa?
Yeah, I certainly remember.
So I'm sorry. So I I'm like you. I cannot believe it. Feels like she's still here. It feels like she's still here. And she's right here, you know, she's right here with you on, and she's right here with us. I can feel her presence. And I can feel her love. She's sending us love. I can feel it. She's sending you love and to everybody. I just feel her presence so much. So
Thank you.
anyway, my heart is with you and with all of you. My heart is with you, Swa, and with all of you.
Thank you.
And all the time we shared together is forever anchored in my heart with gratitude.
Thank
You
you,
know,
Sarah Jean.
such a beautiful time. You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Amy. This is Amy, Tison's sister from, are you in Hong Kong or in Taiwan?
I'm in Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And most of Tison's friends in Hong Kong were joining the memorial yesterday.
Yeah, it was really, really intensely sweet and so emotional yesterday. Wow.
We know that Tison got a lot of friends. Yeah, we are very impressed. Yeah, she's been helping a lot of people, and we appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very touching, and you know, giving everybody an opportunity to either come in person or log on and to express their feelings and their love. And you know, a lot of people also who have lost loved ones in the past, something like this triggers them to, you know, remember their losses and gives them a chance to go deeper.
Yeah. Thank you again, Ron. Yeah, thank you for all what you have done for Tison.
Well, it was really a two-way street.
The family really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We did a lot for each other. She was such a inspiration to me in many ways. Many, many, many ways. And she was so graceful when she walked. I mean, she didn't even walk. People said that she glides across, you know, the space, you know, a few inches off the ground. It was really, really, and I saw it many times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful. We're doing a slideshow.
We will miss her so much.
But if you
We will. Yeah.
share it, you want to show it now?
Hi, I can just share a little history with everyone. I met Tison back when she was going by Devojananda, and perhaps before that, but I don't recall the transition period. But we were both going to the same temple east of LA, and I would see her at least once a month, and she was always so bright. And of course, Athena was so young and so little at that point, and it was always a pleasure to be around them and to see her so devoted and like committed to doing the work toward enlightenment, doing the work on this spiritual journey, and also being very committed to the breath work or the kriyas or whatever it was that we were instructed to do, whatever processes were there. They were all very intense, and we would always do them with like excitement or even some like hesitation, but it was always really powerful. And she would often host satsang at her place in Redondo Beach. And I think we also were in India at the same time together too. And I think I always felt warmth in my heart. And so going to Redondo Beach, it always felt like I was just instantly family, like we were soul family connected and that we've known each other forever. And in reality, it was only 12 years ago, but it feels like we've lived lifetimes together. And she is one of the most dedicated, committed people I have ever come in contact with on this journey. And so it's really sad and shocking. But I'm so grateful for the adventures all around the world that I've had with her. And she was always like a yes woman too. I had a birthday drum circle and she was very involved, very dancing all over the place with me and getting very involved. And I loved that Athena was always along. I loved when Athena would sing. I loved the support that she always gave. And yeah, it's sad that her physical presence is no longer here, but definitely her energetic presence will always remain. And that's all I have to share.
Thank you, Lishkers. That was so beautiful. I can't believe you probably known her longer than all of us, 12 years. Like, that's a really long time. You knew her at the very beginning of, you know, when she was on that major spiritual path, and that's how she started. Thank you for sharing. Who else wants to share? Thank you.
I think I want to share. I'm going to just post a picture here. You can see. So I met Tison last September. I knew Ron. And when I visit, I live in San Francisco. And when I visit LA last September, you see Ron, Tison, and Elizabeth came to visit me at my hotel. It's such an honor to meet, you know, the family, Ron, Tison, Elizabeth. And Tison, we exchanged some information. She's such a bright light. She's just, I guess when I met her, met the family, Ron family, I felt the instant connection, like soul family. And we exchanged very deep connection, story, information. Even though it was a short encounter, but she make a, both Ron and Tison make a really deep impression in my heart, in my soul. I felt like, you know, even though we met short time, she's one of my soul sister. And in this time, she transitioned somewhat to me abruptly. Anyhow, that how her soul choosing to go home. I feel her spirit. I feel her spirit with me. I guess the day that she transitioned, Ron and we have short encounter online. And I think 2.5 hours later, I feel the presence of Tison. She came to really happily greeting me. And certainly her spirit just like expanded. She become this gigantic light. And I feel a deep surrender, deep love and neutrality, the joy, the expansion within her being. I have no idea what it was. Later on, I saw the text from Ron that she passed. I said, oh, so that was her encounter. It came to somewhat to say goodbye to me. That was my physical experience with her. I still feel her presence within my highest heart. So this is, even though we met once in person, the impression, the love, the connection, I always will cherish our friendship, our relationship. Her legacy will continue to live on in each one of us. So that's what I want to share. Thank you, Ron. Thank you all. Hi, Elizabeth. That Elizabeth? Athena? I cannot tell.
Athena is coming tomorrow, but she's not here.
So that Elizabeth?
She'll watch the video though.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I love and appreciate. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I want to share our pictures. So beautiful. Yes. Thank you, everyone.
I don't know what I did.
The Adam Prop alert. Press and hold to.
You want me to turn?
Maybe it's a good time for the tour, or see if anyone else wants to share.
Thank you so much, Kim, for that share. I feel a lot of the same sentiments as you, and have definitely felt Tison with me in these last few days. And yeah, I would love. Is there anyone else that would like to share? I just want to give.
Yes.
Go ahead. Sorry, I can't see who it is.
This is Violet.
Violet, hi.
Hi, I'm sorry it's dark in Savannah
Oh, hi,
and my
Violet.
lighting isn't that good, but oh my God, with Devoja, Tison, whatever her name was, that always rang royally in my heart. And when I met her, it was kind of auspicious because it felt like she just showed up. I met Swaha first, Ron. I met him at a expo, and then he told me about her, and I met her later, and we started doing things together, and I even worked for them. And Athena, I was her personal tour guide. No, not really. I would take her to appointments and things like that, and do stuff at the house. But she helped me through a really grand transition in my life, because I was living in California, and we were part of Full Circle, and we did some events together, and it was really like living heaven on earth. I feel like I'm completely blessed for knowing her, and she did come to me also to say I was so loving. And I talked to her last night, and she told me, she says, Violet, I'm in this most beautiful light, in this beautiful place. And she was watching over everybody, and she just made me feel so good where she's at. And I miss her, and I'm just gonna, she's just always like here, like a little ball of light around me, because she was sisters to so many of us. She had that way, this deep inner smile and love about life, and she loved plants and decorating and stuff. And when I was working with her, you know, go out and buy plants and decorate the house and keep things up. And then when Ron and her were getting married, I was just all excited, and I had moved out to Savannah already. And I'd never really done this. I mean, I broke the bank to get there to the wedding, and it was so beautiful. And I wanted to come to Mount Shasta so much. We've just had so many things going on. There's no time anymore. We're like in the fifth dimension. So it's like, when you think about it, it's already happening. And then, the COVID came and it just kind of put a lot of barriers around, and I had to start over out here. But she always encouraged me, and she would show up at the most uncanny times and like, yeah, Violet, keep going. You're going to be okay. Just keep doing it. I have faith in you. And then Ron was always so supportive, and I love doing the Ormus. I remember stirring the Ormus. You guys remember stirring the Ormus and getting it out there? And I'm really still trying. Yeah, I'm still trying to sell it. It's getting popular now. Ron had hired me to help them do packaging, but some unfortunate event came up, and I had to leave the company. But it still was a very blessed time, and I didn't have any regrets about anything. I want to come back to California, see you guys again. And I love you so much. And tell Athena that I miss her. And I know she's an incredible human being. And I know she's going to do really well in life. And I'm always here for her and you and Ron and whoever, Linda, I don't know where she is. But I met a lot of wonderful people on this journey. And my heart is really full. I'm celebrating because she's dancing around here, just all happy because we're all here. And she really wanted me to come to Mount Shasta, but I just wasn't able to make it around Thanksgiving, and that would have been so awesome. But like I said, no regrets. And I just want to send my love out to her, you, and everybody, and to know that we're all family on some dimension. We've all been in some kind of soul group or something, because this is nobody I've met on this journey with her that I have not felt connected with in great deep appreciation. So I'm grateful to be here tonight, to be able to even say anything. I didn't know what I was going to say, and it's just all coming from my heart. So I'm enjoying listening to your stories. One story I want to tell, we did a puja on the beach. And me, her, and Ron, started doing the puja on the beach. And then we did a couple of other places, and it was so divine and so magical. And so I ended up getting one of those big containers with the pouring it and doing the prayers and everything. So they taught me a lot about spirituality, and they traveled all around, and that just inspired me so much. But I'm going to let somebody else share, because I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah, is there?
So good night, y'all. I'm still here, though.
Thank you so much, Violet. That was so beautiful and so nice to hear some events that we also got to share together, such as the Ormus on the beach, and Swaha and Tison's wedding was, I think, the most high vibe wedding I've ever attended in my entire life. I mean, those Sufi dancers were incredible. Is there one more person that wants to share before we do a tour? I know we're getting ready to gather around and do the group share. So if there's one more person, maybe that wants to share. Oh,
We went to see Amma.
yes.
Oh gosh.
We went to see
Oh,
Amma.
one more thing I want to say. Ron, you remember the beach thing we did over there by the shutters on the beach? We did a healing event. There were so many people there, and we had so much fun that day. It was just incredible. I wish I could do it again. But yeah, go ahead. I'm ready for the tour.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for your beautiful shares. And I'm excited for there to be many more as the room is starting to fill up. So we'll go ahead, and I think I'm going to start in the backyard just so you guys can see. And I apologize in advance if the Wi-Fi cuts out throughout the tour, because I'm not really certain how good it is throughout the house. And also, I will try to do the best filming that I possibly can, but you're welcome to holler at me if I'm not doing the right thing. Can someone get the door for me? Do you mind? Sorry.
Where is this?
So we are in Studio City. This is the beautiful home of Ron and Tison. And when Swaha created, or when they bought this place, they completely gutted it and renovated it down to the bones. And they picked every single detail out. And there were a few pieces that hadn't been quite complete in Tison's passing. And Ron has just been working around the clock to get everything so that it's all finished for her, so that she can see it. So this is the backyard, and we have this guy. He's a really good friend of Swaha's from Mount Shasta. His name is Miguel, and he custom built this entire backyard. It looks like something out of a temple. It's just, I hope you guys can see it okay, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. And by the way, as I'm walking, there are amethyst crystals.
Sweetie. Hi, Barbara. Hi.
There you are.
There you go.
Yay.
And what's your name?
My name's Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah. I've known Tison and Swaha for, oh my gosh, 6 years now, 7 years, 8. Oh my gosh, it must be more. Amazing and just beautiful and so much light and love. And just energy when she walked into a room, she just brightened it us like, well, it had this sense of that you could calm down, and everything was just all right, and you just wanted to be around her because she just had so much love for everybody. And then I live in Colorado right now, and Ron and Tison came out. Swaha and Tison came out for a weekend. There was an expo out here, and so I got to spend the weekend and show them around, and we had dinners together, and it was just so wonderful. And so,
Yeah, they know how to do those expos, don't they?
They do. They do. So anyway, I just heartbroken and wish I could be there.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna miss her forever, but she's always gonna be in my heart.
Yeah, that's just.
Gigi, your mic is off.
Who? Shi's mic is off.
Yeah, she talked, but the voice didn't come through. But, okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize that my microphone was off. I wanted to give you guys the rest of the tour. I'm sorry that I lost you in the backyard. But the rest of the tour in the house, you guys should have no problem with the Wi-Fi. So
Also, I will say, it will stay connected if you connect on your phone. Laptops don't have a long Wi-Fi extension. So if you log on your cell phone and walk around, not connected to the Wi-Fi, it won't cut out.
Just say thank you.
Okay.
Want to say hi?
Let's see how it goes. So this is one of the beautiful altars with some pictures celebrating Tison and Swaha's love together.
Oh.
Can you guys see that okay?
Yes.
Beautiful. And you can see some of the crystals. Oh, this is hilarious. We have to have a close-up of this. Did you see that one? Hilarious.
That's great.
Tison makes a pretty good Marilyn Monroe.
She sure does.
Oh my gosh. And
she's got that peace, power, and poise, right?
Yep. She does.
For all of you who haven't seen this is one of my favorite paintings of Tison.
Oh, wow.
doing
Yes, I
her
remember
healing
it.
magic. Swaha said she doesn't like it, but he put it up because he wants it. He wants to be able to see it. And then look at these gorgeous flowers.
Mm.
Wow.
And this is a beautiful photo collage. I think Athena put this together.
Mm.
Some gorgeous pictures. See if I can give you guys a little close up. Can you see them okay?
Mm-hmm.
I love this picture.
Oh, that's great.
Mom and Dad. Their wedding. One of my favorite wedding dresses. She looked like such a priestess in that gown.
Mm.
Beautiful
Oh yeah, that one's getting
flowers.
kind of small. Let's see if we can bring it up. Mm.
Sorry. Forever, light, and love. I'm just giving you kind of a pan of the space.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, he did. Tison and Swaha.
So what do they do there? Do they give events and stuff and ceremonies and things there?
Absolutely. And there's actually, we'll see how the Wi-Fi does. Please let me know if it cuts out. But this is, I'll show you. It's really special. Are you guys good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
This is, I'm gonna see if I can turn on some lights in here. Tison and Swaha's like custom designed like temple bathroom with his and her toilets. Can you tell which one is Swaha's and which one is Tison's? I think I still have you guys. Maybe not. Okay, there you are.
You've cut out again if you can hear us.
Okay, you're there. You're back. Okay, good. Check this bedroom out.
Oh. Has anybody been in the backyard? Is it like a garden with a pool and stuff?
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know where you guys cut off on the last tour that I did, but I'll try to show you just through the door a little span of it. But it's got this gorgeous fountain. Hold on, let me see if I can.
We basically saw nothing outside. So
Okay, well, glad that I know now. But this kitchen is just absolutely stunning.
Mm. That is.
I'm just. So, can you see the outside from the window?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, yeah, that's
So
gorgeous.
there's this beautiful set of custom designed outdoor furniture by this incredible craftsman that Swaha and Tison made great friends with in Mount Shasta, who came all the way up here to finish it. And can you see the fountain?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll see if I can get you a nice view of the swimming pool. I love this swimming pool. It's like a little oasis of healing. And I wish I could have given you guys a better tour, but it started cutting out. So we're getting pretty close. Oh, we have some people waiting. You want to give it a test?
Because stand by, everyone. We're testing something. Thank you.
Yeah. I might have to turn it on.
Let's turn. I mean, the green light's on, right?
It's a beautiful home.
Let's just try it.
Mhm.
We'll just hand the microphone around.
It should. You should be able to do it.
We're just testing to make sure it works because we had that little.
Yeah. Yes.
I know everyone was like,
Yeah.
love it. In a good way. A lot of love. So much love. Okay, I'm gonna go say hi.
I pressed play. I pressed airplay. Okay, it's coming on. Let's just see if the volume is right. What's that purple thing? That
Yeah.
wasn't there before.
You need to hit OK.
I need to get off.
Violet in the house.
Oh, is that my water?
Yes, it is. So should I? Okay, sorry. Just make sure.
Sometimes you just gotta give it a second.
So it's a little.
I might have to turn the volume up.
Did you turn it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, we'll turn it down. Okay, now I hope
Allergies are so
I can hear them, but I don't know how to
I
find
think
that
you have
bitch.
to look on the different windows. I think
Right, but
they're
these
in
are
another,
Tison. These are the three I'm playing that are all queued up.
But I think they're in another window, like not in a web window, because
Okay, just 1 second. Jason's telling me to play something, so 1 second.
Okay.
We'll find it.
Playing.
Okay, it's a little loud.
Pause.
Okay, can we turn that down a little bit? We'll tell you the right volume. Testing 1, 2. Technical gremlins are here. Sorry that if anyone wasn't paying attention, we are now, right?
Yes.
Playing.
Everyone attention.
Little louder. Little louder. That's good. Okay, perfect.
Playing.
Now it's too soft. Let me just make sure.
I think the volume gets louder when you hit play. So just give it like 5
Playing.
seconds.
Where did everybody go? I think you have to look at there's other tabs.
Okay, that's good. Will you see if you can find them? Because I'm going to pass them.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the magical. Is it this one? Oh, there they are. See, they're right here.
Hello. Testing 1, 2. Jason, is anything coming out of there? Testing. Testing.
Thank
1,
you guys
2.
for being so
Testing.
patient with all of our technical,
Testing. Okay.
things.
Hello, everybody. So we would love to create a family circle environment. You do not have to share, don't worry about that, but we're asking that everyone comes to be in the circle. If you want to bring a more comfortable chair, you can. So we'd love to invite everyone to, if you feel that you want to, there's no pressure at all. You do not have to share at all. Don't feel nervous if you're scared of public speaking. Tison very unexpectedly passed away, and we all have our stories of how we knew her and Swaha, and we're going to start a sharing circle, starting with Swaha, and we'll just pass the microphone around, and if you feel you want to share, just speak, and if you don't, feel free to just pass it on.
Swaha. That means is please accept this offering. It's a Hindi word. And my daughter was the one that came over here and called the police and they came in and found the body because she didn't show up at Athena's school play. And when they called me, I knew that something was really, really off. So Elizabeth called me and told me she's gone, and all I could do is scream and cry for hours. And this morning I was over at the mortuary at 6:30. I was in the parking lot. It was before they opened. They don't let you in like that. They started the cremation, and there was a real sense of sort of a final, as far as the physical form goes. And I mean, you know, that was certainly part of the attraction to her, the inner, you know, energy and the alignment that she had with her own process and where she was going and how she, you know, she didn't walk, she glided. And, you know, I just, on so many levels, you know, I became so in love with her, and I still am. And last night, the first memorial, I started telling some people halfway through it, you know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But I do. You know, I know that, I call them our sponsors. The sponsors didn't check with me to see if it was okay, right? And I really trust that our sponsors know what's going on and what's the best thing for us. I really know that. And they told me, we have something else for Tison to do, and we have something else for you to do. And I said, okay. You know, what choice do I have, really? Right? So, you know, our sponsors have delivered me out of some very interesting circumstances in life that many people don't survive. And, you know, when I started falling in love with Tison, I really didn't know what was happening to me. You know, we were spiritual.
Screensaver. Hiding media controls.
We were spiritual brother and sister in the truest sense for a few years before my first wife, Linda, died. And, you know, I came back from the monastery of the Holy Archangel Michael, where, you know, I stopped dying. My body was shutting down before I went there. And I was calling my friends and, you know, let's hang out, let's do something. I called Tison and, you know, let's go. There's an event in Redondo. You want to go? Yeah, we'll go. Well, I didn't treat her like a spiritual sister anymore. I didn't know that I was doing that. I got dressed up and I started opening the door for her. And I'm watching myself doing this and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on with you? What is this? I was nervous around her, and finally it dawned on me. And at first I felt like I was cheating on Linda. And, you know, that passed after a while. And, you know, I'm just so happy and so grateful that I had the 5 years that I had with her. We got to travel to places that were just incredible. And in Crete, she went into the tomb of a king And I went in there first and it was so hot, I had to go out. Then she goes in and comes out and says, "Why did you leave?" And I said, "Well, it got too hot and I needed to give you space to talk to your father." "How'd you know that was my father?" I said, how did you know it was your father?" She says, "Well, he started talking to me and I remember." There you go. Princess Ariana in the Mycenaean period of Crete. So, life is such a web, of energy and experiences and past lives and, all of that can come into play. And the one thing that Tison and I both really, really, really were committed to and still am, is clearing anything and everything that's in the way, of a personal relationship with God, with spirit, with consciousness. And one of the great saints of India is Boganathar, and he says that when the distinctions between the body and the soul dissolve, then time and distance dissolves. And we went to many sites where great, great beings turned into light. Where Jesus did it in Israel, where some of the immortals in India did it. So, seem to be more settled tonight than I was last night, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. So I'm going to pass this on to my friend Corey.
Hello. So I met Ron through a dear friend of mine, and we both have a love for really just understanding the truth of what is, what can be, and what will be. And I connected with him through that and through other things. And I remember meeting Tison for the first time, and the first time I thought to myself, I was just like, she's gorgeous, but it was like she's just earth. She's earth. She's so grounded in the knowing of what she wanted and what she liked, what she didn't like, how she wanted to help people, and she was so committed and willing to do so. I talked to her around 6 p.m. The Saturday that she left. She gave me a call, and I may have been either her last phone call or one of her last phone calls. We sat there and we talked for hours about our processes, how we ended up in the same temple in India at one point, and how that ended up coming together, and what we were grateful for. And what really hit me was she was like, "I'm really happy, Corey, that I get to sell this house. There are people that I want to give back to. There are people that I get to help now, who helped me, who saved me, and I get to help them." And for her, I know she'll do that. I'm in my heart, I'm sad it wasn't in the way that she was thinking, and I'm also understanding that she knew what she wanted, and she always wanted to know what I wanted. And anytime, I remember when I was telling her what I wanted on the phone, when I was saying what I wanted, I could feel her whole head opening up, and she just gave an unconditional yes. Just that unconditional yes of, yes, I want that for you. And she was, my heart goes out to her daughter, and my heart goes out to her daughter, and I'm glad she has a community. I'm glad she has Ron. I'm glad she has her family. And God bless that.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ru, and it was quite magical the way how I met Tison and Ron. I was traveling to Mount Shasta and I was connecting with the very local people, like very people who dedicated their life to create healing constructions of like copper and many crystal balls and stuff. And in the middle of that, I saw a bottle of Ormus. And this bottle of Ormus, I got it like a year before from my other friends here in LA. And I was just asking, what is that? And I connected to Tisan and Swaharon immediately, and I had a conversation over the phone because it was super magical how this bottle like magically appeared in front of me like after a year using it first time in my life. And I was always like wondering about how to get it, but I didn't remember what it was specifically when it was shared first time. And then it in front of me, and then I came to visit Tisan and Svaha here at the house, and I was welcomed so beautifully. I just, it's like very peaceful energy that's around this couple and Svaha and Tisan. I just feel like so peaceful next to you. And yeah, I'm mm, honored to be attuned to healing modality that Swaharan was hosting this masterclass when we went through this attunement to healing modality. And I just recently, I have to like practice it, and I have like two people waiting for it now in Ohio. This is just a magical transmission that both of you sharing with all of us, and all of those tools that all the tools that you shared, starting from almost all the essences, the water, everything is like such a valuable element in my own life and life of my friends. And I'm honored to know you and Tisan, and I'm just so blessed to interact with both of you and be attuned to these higher energies that you are sharing with the humanity. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Sure. A stool would be great. I can just use that. This is great. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm amazed at your strength on your eye muscles. Hi, my name is Maya. I've known Tison pretty much since she came to America from Hong Kong, or in the first few years. Ron asked me to speak about her because I was shy yesterday.
Mm.
So a few things. I met T at the yoga studio. We were a small group that practiced together almost daily. The friendships built beyond the class time quite immediately and started to evolve into a social gatherings and explorations into the self. She was limber and gracious as always, just a lot younger. Yeah. Any artist, and T was a very talented artist, goes through various periods in their evolution. Picasso went through his blue period. T went through her orange period. She got orange extensions, orange shoes, orange pants, and her famous orange bag. Right. Reflecting upon it now, she never really lost the orange period. It just moved and morphed into the gold period, shining through the rays of the sun. He was always grateful. He always loved to explore and to experience unique and unconventional things. I remember she called me like and said, "Oh, there's a vortex in
Joshua Tree, we have to go. They're playing like sound bath at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So we left at 4 o'clock, like driving very fast to get there. And of course, when I got there, I slept. But it was amazing. Another experience, she's like, okay, there are baths, wooden baths on a mountain somewhere on the coast with sulfur water. We have to go. I'm like, okay. And we hit the road and went on another adventure. And these were not the only two. All right. She was always looking to absorb all all in one inhale. I saw her starting on her spiritual path. Unfortunately, great sadness and immense challenges drove her to further her quest into the spirit, her spirit. Looking at it in retrospect, it was a blessing. She gave her entire self to the quest. Walked and practiced every necessary step, accelerated and excelled in all that she achieved to become the great healer you all knew and shared her gift with you all. He was like my younger sister. It has been so many years, so many changes and evolution. Every time I saw T, I need tissue. No matter how many months passed, it was as if time and space do not count. And then T went on. As the older sister, I had to come and check and make sure she's fine, right? This is what we do in Jewish families. To make sure she's all protected and all well. And she was. She was so happy. I saw her flourishing even more. The relationship with Ron was like adding the cherry on top of already an amazing great cake. Ron, you gave her the way, you paved the way for T to come to her own fully. Your strength allowed her to grow even further and to mature and to bloom. Your unique, elevated experiences you shared through the world, the limitless explorations and the love you gave to one another, fulfilled and healed her. She was truly happy, and she shared this happiness with us all. T, I'm grateful for the time I spent with you on this earth. You will be missed, but never forgotten, my sister.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to, I asked Ron, and he said, it's okay. I have a mantra that helps send her to the light, and I would like us all to do it. You put the left hand on the solar plexus.
Everyone watching
All right.
also.
And the right hand above your crown. We're going to chant Akal 7 times.
beautiful. I don't know if while we were doing that. My name is Anne, and I don't even know how long ago I met Devojananda. I met Devojananda and Chi Chi and Juan through Dr. Sarah Larson. And I did a breath session with Devojananda, and she is just the most gentle. I know you use the word calm, but for me, she's just so soft and gentle and so loving to everybody all the time, everywhere. And it was so exciting. Yeah, went into your office in a circle. And she was just like a little kid in your arms, and she was so happy. You were both so happy. It was so amazing to see you both so happy after what you've been through. So it was really, really neat. And we're talking a little bit tonight. It sounds like she's off on vacation. And well, you were a super strong soul.
Yeah.
So
I don't see the mute all button. I'm not seeing it on here.
Participants.
It's actually on the bottom. Okay, we go.
Sorry about that.
Hello, my name is Gabriella, and I met Devoja probably about 8 years ago at an event for Dr. Sarah at the Gateway. And the first time I met Devoja, I had to walk up to her because she was wearing her whites and her mala. And I met saints before, people that are holy, but in her case, I saw this inner glow that was coming from her and then just going outward. And I had never seen that, and I had to tell her that she was so beautiful, not just, she had this inner beauty and outer beauty. And then I just kept on meeting her at different events, and I started taking some sessions with her, and, you know, very caring person, very loving. And you know, it's just very big heart. And another thing, not only did she have a big heart, but very strong individual, which I really, it was very beautiful to have both strength and being so loving. And again, like with everyone, I was, you know, it's difficult to let her go, but she has a new mission, you know, to help, you know, more people than just us. And just want to tell her that I love her very much. I know she knows that. And I did ask her if she could be one of my angels, because, and I do feel her around me because she is so strong, and I know she can still help us even though she's not here physically. So again, I really love her very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the word Navapashana brought me to Swaharvan that one day, and it was a very special experience. Coming to my first spiritual tribe on this earth, and the people that I met and what I experienced, could be myself that I was seeing, and with Tison, she gave me a grace healing, and it was the most amazing moments of my life. Something I would want to experience again. But this home is like being in a temple, and I mean, doesn't everybody wish to have a partner to go experience, magic and mystery and masters all over the world? I mean, what a beautiful dream. And I'm so glad that, that we can experience more. That as our body leaves, there's just more. There's more to experience and to connect. So thank you. Thank you for everyone being part of this. And for Tison.
Hi, my name is Diana. Well, I wish I had so many memories with Tison to share, but unfortunately I didn't get a chance to. But I've been trying to remember when I met her first time. It's been so long time. I think many years ago, either at Shishi's events or at Thanksgiving dinners that Chaperon you're like hosting. And has always has so much light coming from her eyes and very kind, very beautiful inside and out. And really, like I even though I didn't get a chance to really connect her on a deeper level, I really felt connected and I have love for her. And that's why I wanted to be here celebrating her next journey and honoring her life because she is really one of the most beautiful shining souls that I ever come across. And I'm wishing her nothing but the best. And may her journey be blessed with the highest love and light. And I'm really giving all my condolences and to Ron and to her beautiful daughter, Atina. And I hope you will get through this. And well, you never get through this, but well, so yeah, that's it.
Mm.
I'll just be brief. I shared yesterday, but I think for me, after the shock of finding out about Tison and the questioning, same as Ron, just unimaginable. I mean, why? But the conclusion I came to is that we were just so blessed to know her for the short period that we knew her. And I mentioned yesterday, I just feel like I must have done something right to have her in my life at all, because she really, really was a special being. And I just, so many times you say, man, that was one of the most amazing people I ever knew, but it really was true about Tison. She had the purest heart and a heart of service, and honestly, someone that I look up to still. And she makes you want to be a better person and do more. And I mentioned yesterday, one of my favorite memories of her was at Swaha's wedding with her. When she appeared, we all stood in awe. She looked like a queen, and everybody's jaw was on the floor. It was just really special. So yeah, I feel really grateful for her presence in my life at all. And my heart goes out to you, Ron and Athena, and I'm here for you. I love you.
So I met Ron and Tison in their Mount Shasta home, and my first impression was amazing. It was a hike, actually, that we were doing. And when you go on these long hikes, you tell a lot of your life story. At that point, I was a little lost in what I was going to do. And we came back to your home, and I naturally made tea from simple mint, sprig of mint, lemon, upgraded everything. And I remember Tison saying, "You're the tea master." And I looked at him with the absolute doubt. I was like, really? I'm not feeling all there. And something in me had me research that title. It's actually a professional title. So the way Tison is, her way of thinking, her way of expecting things was always bigger. And that's something that I take away from that. That how she was, she just wanted more. And Ron, when I found out she left, I had to hold my breath for a little bit. I wasn't accepting of it. So, I love you both.
Tison was one of the first people I met coming to Los Angeles 12 years ago. And there was a very special connection. And every time I would see her, that we would commune together, it was always a lovely and gifting experience. She had a beautiful, kind heart, and really, Tison is a beautiful example of what being a human being is. And she massively grew and evolved, and I saw the leaps and bounds and changes over this time. And it's just an amazing example for everyone in walking in this world, rather than being part of the world, but walking in it and emanating and embodying what we all came here to embody. And she completed that very early in life, and that is something to be in awe about and feel blessed to have had her pass through my life, our lives, and all that she's brought and given, both in her beingness and in her light and love for all the beautiful friends and people that I've seen her share with. She was one of my best healer students, really the best. I mean, she learned so fast, and took it on, and passed it on to help so many other people, and then grow from there into her new directions. And Ron and their work together. So I feel blessed. I just saw her this last month here in this house, and spent some beautiful time with her. And I could tell something had changed tremendously and was changing. And when I heard about her passing on and to the next life dimension, it was both sad to not be able to see her in the physical again here, yet feeling blessed of what she did bring and what she brought forth for myself, which words really can't really do that. I think everyone here knows that. But I'm blessed here and grateful to be here with you today, Ron. Blessings.
Thank you. Just gonna check and see if it's still recording. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Flor-de-Lisa. I would like to pay tribute to this beautiful soul, Tison, for a life well lived, her generosity of spirit, her devotion to God and to the light. I would like to recite this excerpt of a poem by Michael Josephson, What Really Matters, and I think this sums up Tison's significant and meaningful life here on earth. Here goes. So, what will really matter? How will the value of your days be measured? What will matter is not what you bought, but what you built. Not what you have, but what you gave. What will matter is not what you learned, but what you taught. What will matter is not your success, but your significance. What will matter is not what you learned, but what you taught. And that every act of integrity, compassion, sacrifice that encourage or empowered others to emulate your example. What will matter is not your competence, but your character. And what will matter is not how many people you knew, but how many people will feel that lasting loss when you're gone. So choose a life that matters. Well done, Tison. We will miss you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm Swaha Ron's daughter, and I'm Tison's stepdaughter. So some of my earliest happy, funny memories is when Tison came to the Corbin office where we were before, and there was a spiritual gathering, and my kids were meeting her for the first time, and thought that she was one of the kids and wanted to know how old she was. So that was a really happy memory.
So funny.
And recently we were all in Mount Shasta last summer, and again, Tison was one of the kids, being a daredevil. We all went hiking to one of the cliffs, McLeod, or one of those areas, and there was waterfalls. My dad and I were kind of sliding and falling on our rear ends down the side of the mountain, where Tison and the kids were already in the water, already in the waterfall, and they were climbing up the log, and she was just laughing her head off like it was the funniest thing, and my dad and I were kind of waving from the cliff, scared to go down, and here she was, in the water with all the kids, just splashing and laughing and having a really good time. And she even looked like one of the kids at that point, because the kids are getting so much bigger and taller. And, so a real happy memory. And, also she would send me really cute pictures of the snow in Mount Shasta, because I would, around the holidays, love to see the snowmen that they made with, a heart shape in it or whatever. So she was really, sweet of including me, even if I wasn't there for the holidays. She would send me really cute, inclusive photos, of the snow and of the snowman that they built. She was always a great host. I've never experienced Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year until I met Tison. And the red envelopes. What's in the red envelopes? Tison is very generous with her red envelopes. We would get, $50 bills, $100 bills from Tison, and it was her own money. It was not my dad's money. It was her own money. And gifts, birthdays, holidays, when they went to Greece on their honeymoon, she sees a coat that she thinks I would like. And of course, it's probably one of the best gifts I've gotten. I still wear the coat. It's a leopard, really warm coat that I love. Another coat that she recently gave me, I love. And, she was always so thoughtful, and she knew exactly what you would like and what you wanted. She was very considerate, very kind, really. If you look at the little knickknacks in these drawers, so perfectly organized, beautiful little things to set the table. And, she really knew how to make a home and how to make people feel welcome. So I'm really happy that my dad got to experience such a joy and a deep love. And, I'm sad, sometimes angry that she left. In my opinion, it was a little sooner than I would have liked. I think that many of us would have liked her to stay on this earth and in this body a little longer. But I'm also happy, if she really is joyous, happy, and free, then that's what I want for her. And I want that for all of us. I want us to make a connection, have joy, experience love, because of Tison, and sharing memories about her. So thank you for gathering here and for supporting my dad, Swaha Ron. He said that this is the first time he's ever received and had so many friends and kind words and hugs and love just because, and he didn't have to do anything in return. That this is really the first time he's truly been able to open his heart and experience that. And thank you all. Please continue to call him, text him, invite him, and just be there for him because, hopefully these are going to be friendships that'll be, for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So thank you so much for those of you on the Zoom and for those of you that knew Tison and love Tison. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So my mom pretty much covered with all of what I was gonna say, but there was some things I wanted to add on. Oh, sorry, there were some things I wanted to add on. Tison always treated me like I was her own grandson. She's always respected me. She always took care of me. And every time I came and visited, she would always have snacks for me or offered me drinks. Like my mom said, she was a really great hostess. Now, let me tell you about this one time, with this one encounter with Tison. When I was younger, I used to have really bad nightmares and I couldn't really sleep at all at night. I could barely sleep. So my mom decided to reach out to Tison. So I went to a house in Hollywood and I was on her bed and Tison helped me get away from those nightmares. She basically told me to write down all my nightmares on a piece of paper, and then she opened the fire and she burned the paper. And then suddenly, the night after I went to sleep, my nightmares were gone, and I don't know how to repay her. And I was really grateful that she helped me go through the challenges that I faced. And you have to appreciate people because you don't know how much time they have left. So make sure to appreciate your friends, your family, and everyone else. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tim. I'm from Hong Kong. I first met Tison around 8 years ago when I came here for college. I was dealing with a lot of really difficult stuff at that time, and I was just beginning to get into my spirituality and found her website, met her, and it was the beginning of an amazing journey. Whenever anything came up, Tison was always there to support. She always had a solution. She was always kind and generous. After one healing session, she had just come back from a trip to Mount Shasta or something, and she gifted me a little crystal, and it was a really cute little green crystal, and it was the perfect thing that I needed at the time, and she just knew. She always welcomed me and made me feel so safe and welcomed, and shared so much about spirituality with Soharan. I remember the Egyptian alchemy sessions with the essential oils, Navapasana water, the 5D retreats, all really amazing experiences. Even a quantum leap in spiritual growth where it was with a retreat, really sweet, intimate retreat with Ron and Swaha and Grandmaster Chinyan. Not that long ago. And then most recently, I had a very big trauma happen, and Tison was there and really helped me so much. And I just thought that there was more time to receive her healing, her workshops, her teaching. Every moment with her was a blessing. Cross class with her and Ron, I believe, is a fruit of good karma. The last little vignette was after my last healing session here, and before Ron and her were going to their trip to Shasta, I left something behind. It was this little electronic thing that was quite important to me. I texted Tison and she said, "Oh, I can ask someone to bring it for you. I can leave it outside. You want to pick it up? Anything you want. I could take care of it. I said, oh, I'll just pick it up. And I said, maybe you can just put it in your garden or something on the Buddha statue. And she said, okay. So I went to go pick it up, and it was really raining in LA, and I thought, oh, it's my. I was so dumb. I didn't think that it would get wet when it's outside. It's obviously gonna be broken. But then when I got to the Buddha statue and opened the bag, Tison thought of everything. She put it in multiple plastic bags. There wasn't a chance of it getting wet or broken or anything. It was perfectly preserved and safe. Just like she treated everybody and everything throughout her life. So thank you, Tison. Thank you.
Oh. I'll check. So restart it. It says so. Hit pause and then start it again.